We're back in here, Mulberry High School. We are so happy to bring you all the action for the 2025 Florida Athletic Coaches Association All-Star Soccer Weekend. This is the first event of 2025 that we are so proud to be here to cover for Shelton Cruz and all the folks with the FACA that do so much great work to make all these sports accessible, to recognize those student athletes who have done so much and represented their communities in school. And now we get to show it to the world. We've got some amazing sponsors that we want to tell you about.
Number 15, Brooke Voorhees, Titusville.
As you see now, the girls for game one are being introduced. And we are set for some action. This is great. This is a beautiful facility. If you haven't been to Mulberry High School, I absolutely want to encourage you to come and check it out. They have done some amazing work here, and let me assure you, they have spared no expense to make sure that they have a place that is beautiful and is a great host location for events just like this. Let's talk girls. It's East and West doing battle first. We're looking for a really competitive atmosphere over the course of the next few days. We've had the national anthem. And now, some great sportsmanship. And these young ladies are going to take the field. And we'll get to every name, by the way, as we get through the course of this weekend. But we want to quickly recognize some of our major supporters who are making the QwikCut Sports Network accessible, possible, and ready to broadcast all youth sports that we can. All right, as you see, folks, the officials, who, by the way, we're going to incorporate some companies into our broadcast and some organizations that give back all across sport. For example, ref reps and companies that encourage people to stay in sport and make it a career if they can. It is absolutely attainable, and there is a referee shortage across the board, every sport. And so we're going to help spread that message, too, and make sure everybody understands that they can absolutely stay in sport, make a career out of it, make a little money too, and that's always a great thing. But you're going to see our sponsors up in the top right corner throughout the course of the day and for the duration of the QwikCut Sports Network. We are so proud to have Game Changer, Dick's Sporting Goods, D-Max Sports, obviously QwikCut LLC, Choice Hotels, amongst many more, that we are going to help bring this level of high school broadcast to everybody possible. So thanks so much, first and foremost, to the Florida Athletic Coaches Association, Shelton Cruz and Company, for trusting us with that. And now we're ready to play a little soccer. The West and the East doing battle here in Game 1, Day 1. West in the red uniforms. East wearing blue. And for the West, we'll try to get to them all. Katie McClear out of Sun Lake. Trishelle Lopez from Mariner. Gaden Nogues from Plant. Catherine Anderson, Berkeley Prep. Elizabeth Williamson, Holy Names. Elizabeth Tenote, Mariner. Elena Bennett, Indian Rocks Christian. And we are underway with the first kick. There'll be a feeling out process as both of these teams will try to move it around, create some space and opportunity, and try to unlock the defense here early. You'll also see Sienna Calloway out of Crystal River, along with Olivia Haddad out of Lakewood Ranch, Here's a pass forward. Wisely tapped out of play. Smart play allows the defense to come back and regroup. Madalena Perez out of Sun Lake. Lucia Opel out of Hollins. Alyssa Lugercio, St. Pete Canterbury. Toscani Moore, St. Pete Canterbury as well. Kyra McClanahan, as we see the first ball get back to the keeper. First time either team has even had to attempt to defend their own goal, and there's one sent back, easily collected by the keeper for the East. Now, with this being an all-star game, as you know, we'll get numbers and players of action as soon and as best we can, but the goalkeeper, Katie McClear, Sun Lake, who we saw just a few moments ago, get in the mix for the first time. See if the West can get down into their attacking third here. Ball placed in the middle. And like I said, it's going to be a feeling out process because neither of these groups of girls have played together much. But at this level, that's a great defensive play, 1v1 there for the West. Outstanding job of dispossessing the attacker. Elizabeth Williamson working back deep for her defense for the West. Clear to the keeper. Sent up the far side. Beautiful evening here in Mulberry. Temperatures are perfect as these student athletes from across the Sunshine State converge here in Mulberry for the FACA All-Star Soccer Weekend. We're, again, so proud to be able to bring you all the action. Here's a shot from distance, wide to the right side. Nice attacking play, though. First real true shot attempt of the game. Voorhees with the shot. Voorhees out of Titusville. West looking to advance again with Anderson working the far side. Nice one touching in the middle. The objective is to keep the defense on their toes. That will be a corner. That'll be the first corner of the contest. First of the weekend. And it'll be the West that will send it into the box. Here comes Sophia Wyatt with the delivery. Into the box, headed away. Safely headed again, out of play on the near side. West will keep it. That was a dangerous ball. And once that takes a deflection or two, depending on the circumstance. Nice step over there at the back. Nice job creating space and opportunity. It'll remain with the East. Now right back to the West. Elizabeth Williamson, number 4 in red, doing work. Right side, quick one-hitter to no avail. That was sent by Nola Johnson. Out of Sanford Seminole, midfielder. Coach is Naisha Simmons. Sponsor for this event, Jeremy Johnson. And that's big because these sponsors make it possible for these student athletes to be showcased. And that is so great that there are people and organizations that sponsor these athletes. We get to see it next weekend in Lakeland at Southeastern when we will bring you the entirety of the FACA All-Star Basketball events. And again, we get another opportunity to not only showcase these great athletes, but showcase them with the support of Dick's Sporting Goods and Game Changer, Choice Hotels, and WSN Live. Here's a nice move. Double step over. Sent in again. Good patience. Good defense. Creating just enough. East gets it back. Nice play going wide to the near side. Space and opportunity. She's got help. See what she elects to do here. Able to put a move on. Does. Tries to get to the end line. Misses the first shot. Slipped off her foot, but she was able to give it another try. Collected by McClear. Here come the East threatening again. They've had some luck in the attacking half. Now, whether they can string some passes together and get into the attacking third with space, that's a different story. Here's an opportunity, but excellently defended. That is exactly how you draw it up defensively. That is Annabelle Bacor of Land O'Lakes. Center back plays at Land O'Lakes, coached by Vicki King, sponsored by Lady Gators Soccer. So big shout out to Lady Gators Soccer and their support of these student athletes as this ball is going to be sent through. Good defending, tracking that one down, and the right plays made. That's a tough play for a keeper to make right there because they are instantly under heavy duress and have to make a quick decision, and that was a well-timed one at that. Here's an opportunity straight away. Had the through ball, elects to go right foot with it. Up and away. Goal kick. Winter Park product. Kern with the opportunity there with the shot. I have a feeling there'll be more opportunities for her from distance, especially that distance. She had plenty of space. Here's a quick chip. Does not fool the keeper. That is the third official shot. First shot they took was on target. That one and the one before not on goal. Drop down to the middle. Nice layoff. Can't get it through the defenders, though. That's help defense at its finest. If you get past one, you got another to deal with right there again. Great job by the West defensively. Here's another opportunity for the East. Nola Johnson doing work. Unable to send that one into the box. Opportunity for the West now. Ball chipped over the middle, and I'm telling you, so far, there has been a great deal of work done by Elizabeth Williamson from Holy Names. She has really owned that spot on the far side, and her position is right back. There's a good play on the near side to win possession. West threatening. Good cut back, has space. Another good move. Left foot shot, almost there, knocks off the post and cleared away. Wow, what a dangerous play. Nice individual effort. Two good moves to give herself an opportunity at a shot, period. Now East is going to try their hand in the attacking third. Long distance attempt off the mark. Good deflection. Nice job keeping possession again for the East. Olivia Bolin out of Edgewood. There's a chance. Wrapped up nicely by the keeper. If you're just joining us, we got two games tonight. The openers here for the 2025 FACA All-Star Soccer Weekend. Two games in the morning starting at 9 a.m. with boys matchups. Two of them. And that'll be followed by two more boys games tomorrow afternoon. Let's see, two girls games tonight, 2 in the morning, and then boys tomorrow afternoon and Sunday morning. Got a full weekend of soccer. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we get to introduce you to a lot of great student athletes from across the state that they have worked tirelessly throughout their careers to earn an opportunity to let everybody see them play at a high level, and that's what they're doing here this weekend. We're certainly proud to be a part of it. And again, can't say enough about the Florida Athletic Coaches Association and the work that they do and what they do to give back. Here's an opportunity in space. Good individual effort. Dispossessed, though, but help arrives. Cross in, and that will be the goal to open the show. That was a beautiful cross, setting up the opening goal. We'll get the names for you here in just a moment. But the cross sent in by Rihanna Kern. And we'll get you the name of who the finisher was. All right. We know who it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is Alex Lupin from Timber Creek. That was a nice little combination with Kern and Lupin that has led us to the opening goal. Lupin, a defender, midfielder out of Timber Creek. Jimmy Angeles is head coach and sponsored by Jim Priest. West coming back in the attacking third of their own. That shot deflected out of play. It'll be a corner. Second corner of the game. Second set piece. Rihanna Kern out of Winter Park, been very involved already. A forward. Jonathan Crouch, head coach. Winter Park High School has sponsored her in this event. Winter Park close to home for me. There's a nice header attempt anyway. Defended well. They'll get another opportunity. No red jerseys in the area. That was a good defensive play. Just got to get a good head on it, good touch, and clear it. Make sure you get out of danger. So now they'll try the set piece from the near side, and it will be a right-footed in-swinger. Dangerously at the ground, sent right to the keeper. That's a tough play for any goalkeeper to make. Emma Taylor Leah Jensen made an excellent save because that pass, or that shot in that case, was a direct one about waist high from about 10 yards. And that was a one-timer, which meant it had a lot of pace on it. And she made a good save. That's a good, solid save. East looking for more. Ball played across, well defended. I'm telling you, Elizabeth Williamson is absolutely cleaning it up over there on the right-hand side. Here she's going to defend again as that ball is sent toward McClear. She handles it easily. Williamson will possess it this time. Gets an opportunity to show off a little foot skill. And as a defender, they'll take that opportunity anytime. How about a little speed here as she streaks up the right side, plays a nice ball across. Led just a little too much, though. Great idea. Substitution is upon us. Brianna Kern gets a well-deserved break. She has been incredibly involved here early. And she will be replaced over on the near side. Micaiah Lauder, Melbourne. Let's see, at 13. Oh, that's 13. Emma Stewart. Emma Stewart plays at South Fork. She is a midfielder, coached by Tony Iannetti and sponsored by Kimberly Stewart. So thanks so much for coaches and sponsors again. Can't say enough about that, actually. Good job by the East switching fields. They'll try their hand on the left-hand side to no avail. Again, outstanding defense by Williamson. Plenty of space in the middle of the field to operate. At least for now. Georgiana Strawbridge out of George Jenkins, forward midfielder. Plays what appears to me, at least watching this game, as more of a defensive mid. In my opinion, one of the most important positions on the pitch, because they are an active midfielder playing a defensive-minded role, and that is not the easiest of things to do. Most sports, you either concentrate offensively or defensively, not particularly at the very same time in an action-packed situation. Very tough position to play, and the ones that play it well are really, really talented soccer players. East still with possession. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to implement some things, maybe help keep track of time and possession, or time of possession, and give you some more true broadcast aspects. Here is a giveaway. Numbers in favor of the West, though. They're going to send it forward into that space, but that's dealt with very well by McClear. Playing a sweeper-keeper role there. And with that, we will have a water break. Don't go anywhere. So much more to come. Right here, you're watching the FACA Soccer All-Star Weekend exclusively on the QwikCut Sports Network.
Yeah, D to the M to the AXX. Yeah. Whoa, D to the M to the AXX. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. Who to blame? That's what the opposing team is saying when I step in the game. They see I got too much swag in my veins. And every time I move, all they see is that I leave behind.
Are you familiar with QwikCut? Our platform and mobile app cover every sport you know. You can share and capture video and highlights with your team, coaches, or relatives. Our editor allows both athletes and coaches to build highlight reels to send to college recruiters. Our coaching and messaging tools help coaches coach and players learn. Visit our website, www.QwikCut.com, to sign up for a free trial or call us to set up a demo. Welcome back in to the QwikCut Sports Network. So happy to have you here. We are coming to you live from Mulberry High School. I'm Bobby Allen. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll be joined tomorrow by a host of friends here with the QwikCut Sports Network, bringing you all the action. So proud to have you join us, and we're proud to be here for the Florida Athletic Coaches Association. They work so hard. An awards program has given state and national recognition to thousands of deserving men and women, coaches, and athletic directors from the state of Florida, and truly offers a comprehensive opportunity for recognition of Florida coaches and athletic directors. They've been doing it since 1936, and they do it great. We're certainly so proud to be a part of it. And you can get a hold of them by visiting www.floridacoaches.org. Sun setting here at Mulberry High School, a beautiful facility, by the way, home of the Panthers. Great host location for this event. We've been here covering games before and love it. Great setup. Absolutely amazing support system here and administration at Mulberry. And it's definitely one of the places we'll come back to anytime they'll have us. Our score, 1-0. East on the board early. Middle of the field again. East with room. Nice ball up the far side. Couple of substitutions made on the far side, at least defensively speaking. That particular instance. Kyra McClanahan tracking back defensively. Number 12. Toscani Moore. St. Pete Canterbury midfielder. Or a defender midfielder. I mean, she's playing more of a defensive mid role in that certain circumstance there. McClear with another save. Williamson had been playing defense in the back and doing it beautifully. Olivia Hinote back there as well. And now the East are going to see if they can unlock the defense. Here's a nice through ball to the right side. Opportunity. And that is going to be tucked home for goal number 2.
Goal number 2 for the East.
Well, I can tell you that Kern was involved. Also, Olivia Boland. Several East All-Stars. We'll get confirmation as soon as we can. It was Kern. So Kern with an assist and a finish to get her weekend started. Beautiful job. East All-Stars get it back, looking for more. (2-0) the score. Nice pass, but that's great defense, as you see from the East, tracking back and making life difficult. That's Peyton Gannon out of Orlando Cypress Creek. That's an outstanding effort. She will now have an opportunity to send it in with a throw in on the far side. She'll return it into the middle. East keeps. Nice job keeping possession. Nola Johnson out of Sanford Seminole, number 4 in blue. Excellent with the ball at her feet. But the West able to grab possession, and they're threatening again. Tough pass between two defenders, gets broken up. West keeps possession. Nice job by the East defensively to clear that one away and give themselves an opportunity. That was Micaiah DeLauder, the Melbourne prospect. Nice, simple, easy defensive play. West again, trying to unlock the East defense, trailing 2-0. It's not that they haven't had opportunities, because they have. East has just made the most of theirs. Here's a breakaway opportunity, but well defended again. Great play back to McClear. And McClear tries to save it, or tries to send it down the sideline right back to East, but offsides is the call. Takeaway. Nice ball up the middle. But excellent defending again by Micaiah DeLauder. What a play. Saw it, anticipated it, and got her team possession back, and now they're attacking again. Johnson tries to send one to the right side. Nice move, attempted anyway. He's showing patience here. I like it. No reason to get out of control at all. You've got control of the game. You're up by a margin of 2. Through ball sent in. Well done by the defense again. And they trust McClear. You can see it with every single play. They trust that they're going to be able to drop it back to her, and she's going to be able to make a play on it with her feet. That's where the sweeper keeper comes in. And there is an offsides. A little aggressive, but I like it. Aggressive is not bad. Got a substitution coming momentarily. As we see this ball sent over the top in the middle. Nice play. A true 10. Nice turn. Couldn't get the shot between the two defenders. Still with an opportunity. Finally taken away by the West. And cleared into a little bit of safer area. Now finally cleared away. So with a goal kick, that will bring us a substitution. Checking out for the West, number 8, Olivia Haddad out of Lakewood Ranch. And she will be replaced by number 10, Lucia Opel, or Opel. I do apologize if I've mispronounced that. Out of Hollins, forward. Kwadwo Bonsu, coach. Here's a shot. Right to McClear. She had to get low for it, but it was a good strike. There's a deflection on the ball sent into the middle. Well done again. Tell you, there's been a couple of players that we've called their name today from St. Pete Canterbury that have been very good. Not that all these players aren't tremendous in their own right and have done more than enough to be able to come here and be recognized for their successes. Here comes the West again. Pushing tempo this time. Nice layoff to the near side. Give and go opportunity on, but that one was sent to the middle and cleared nicely. But West with another chance, and a shot is put on or toward target. And that shot is off the mark. Once again, folks, we're going to tell you how much we appreciate you tuning in on the QwikCut Sports Network. A lot of new things that will be going on in 2025 we're very excited to tell you about. One of which is the fact that we are now operating fully as a full-scale TV production broadcast company for sports. We will concentrate at the youth, amateur, high school level, and we have been so fortunate to get some corporate partners involved where it is going to be our mission to never have to charge a school to get a game day-like experience at their next big game. It is a tool that we can use essentially as a way to, for that night at least, get people out, get people to come to the games as an offside flag goes up on the nice through ball. They see it, and they're anticipating it. But the last two times they've tried to go to the near side with a through ball, just a little too fast. But once they dial that in, I think they're going to get some opportunities with it. They see it, and that's obviously the most important part. Nice layoff. East, nice touch around. Nice job by the defense just to hold him up enough. Here's a shot, low and away. Good try, though. Brooke Voorhees tries her hand at one in transition a little bit. Nice shot. Nice low shot with pace. She keeps firing those with the right attack angle. She'll have some luck with that, I think. That clearance right into the upper body of Voorhees. She'll stay right there and defend, though. That's a mark of a great player. Here's a whistle. And that'll be a free kick. A little over 5 minutes and 30 seconds to play here in this opening half of the 2025 FACA All-Star Soccer Weekend. Once again, we certainly appreciate you tuning in with us here on the QwikCut Sports Network. And let me tell you, this weekend we have the opportunity to share with you some of our sponsors that have not only heard and understood our goal and vision, but have jumped on board and pledged support for not just a game, but for multiple years to ensure that this is a service that is available to student athletes, and it should not be one that they should pay for, or the schools. Nice ball over the top, looking for something in space. Well defended. I'll tell you, even though they're down 2, the West defense has prevented what I feel like could have been a couple of easy goals just out of sheer hustle and determination. West now with the ball. See if they can string an attack together. We certainly hope that this will be far from the only soccer we do coming up this year. We had a really good conversation with some of the folks with the ECNL, which is a big travel league on the East Coast, and they are interested in having their big matches and their regionals and things like that broadcast to the world, and so that'll be very exciting. I think that's going to hopefully come to fruition, and thanks in large part to a partner that we now have that is probably one of the most influential there are in the world of streaming and broadcasting, and that is WSN Live. Here's a breakaway, getting around one defender, and a beautiful job by McClear. That is perfect. She got low, took away the attack angles, and left no open shot. That is picture-perfect goaltending by Katie McClear. All right, let's see if the East now, with possession, can attempt to add to their score total. Kern has been the most involved. Oh, what a layoff. A nice dummy. It falls perfectly. Can they get a shot? No. Good defense. Beautiful, beautiful leave off. Or as I refer to it, as a dummy. She just let it simply go through her legs. She knew she had help on the other side, and it left a great opportunity for an easy open shot. Now, you have to connect on it, but that's a beautiful play and one that tells me all I need to know about the soccer IQ of a player. Good defense on the near side. There's a ball trying to thread it through right down the seam in the middle. Just off the mark a little bit. Wide to the near side now. Nice change of field. Peyton Gannon. But that ball finds the goalkeeper. Nice drop punt. Kendall Mix out of Vieira. Calvin Dixon, her head coach. And obviously sponsored by Vieira Girls Soccer. There's good defending by the East down near the corner, preventing a corner. They'll have a throw in deep on the right side. And that will be the end of the first half. What a first half, entertaining. We had goals, good play, and much more to come. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Our score, the East All-Stars 2, the West All-Stars 0. You're watching the QwikCut Sports Network.
Yeah, D to the M to the AXX. Yeah, Whoa, D to the M to the AXX. D-Max, D-Max. That's how I ball. D-Max, D-Max. Better than y'all. D-Max, D-Max. Like my style. D-Max, D-Max. Driving you wild. D-Max, D-Max. That's how I ball. D-Max, D-Max. Better than y'all. D-Max, D-Max. Like my style. D-Max, D-Max. Driving you wild. Who to blame, who to blame? That's what the opposing team is saying when I step in the game. They see I got too much swag in my veins. And every time I move, all they see is that I leave behind flames.
Are you familiar with QwikCut? Our platform and mobile app cover every sport you know. You can share and capture video and highlights with your team, coaches, or relatives. Our editor allows both athletes and coaches to build highlight reels to send to college recruiters. Our coaching and messaging tools help coaches coach and players learn. Visit our website, www.QwikCut.com. Soccer fans, welcome back in to the QwikCut Sports Network. We are at the break of our first game of the 2025 FACA All-Star Soccer Weekend. I'm Bobby Allen with the QwikCut Sports Network, and we certainly appreciate you tuning in for this and all the events that we have coming up. We will be with you all weekend here at Mulberry for All-Star Soccer, and next weekend we will be back with you, only this time in Lakeland. And it is worth noting that we have now entered into a partnership with WSN Live. They are the leader in streaming and broadcasting, and that partnership is going to change a lot of dynamics with broadcasting and streaming, and we are so excited to be a part of it. The great folks at WSN, along with Dick's Sporting Goods, Game Changer, Choice Hotels, and many more that will come online soon, are going to be what makes this possible, and us to be able to give this service in its entirety, full television production style broadcast, to any high school, anywhere. That's the goal. It's not an easy task, but it is one that's absolutely popular. So we want to tell you why we're here this weekend. It is because of the Florida Athletic Coaches Association. The FACA awards programs that has given state and national recognition to thousands of deserving men and women, coaches, and athletic directors from the state of Florida, and offers a truly comprehensive opportunity for recognition of Florida coaches and athletic directors. Started in 1936, the FACA has matured into a full-fledged, powerful organization, no doubt about that. High school coaches all over the state can point with pride and say, I am a member of the FACA. Visit them today, www.floridacoaches.org. Give them a call at 850-727-8117. We also want to thank our great hotel partners, the official hotel providers of the QwikCut Sports Network, Choice Hotels. Choice Hotels has been great to us, specifically the Sleep Inn and Suites in Port Charlotte or Punta Gorda. If you're in that area, be sure to call them today and get your reservation, and you'll see why we call them the official hotel partner of the QwikCut Sports Network. And, of course, Game Changer. They are changing the game every day. It's not just baseball. They are adding new sports, flag football, basketball, softball, just to name a few. Fully comprehensive, as most know. And now we are very proud to say that they are willing to ride with us to bring this broadcast service to high school athletes that are deserving. So thank you to Game Changer. And if you aren't familiar with Game Changer or the platform, check them out at GameChanger.com. And as always, Game Changer by Dick's Sporting Goods. Halftime here, 2-0 the score. The difference so far in this game has really come down to one player who has kind of controlled it offensively for sure, but also been involved from a midfield position defensively, and that's Rihanna Kern. The Winter Park product forward, sponsored by Winter Park High School. She's been the difference maker. She has an assist and a finish, And that's why the East leads 2-0. So we'll step away for a moment and come back and talk a little bit more about some of the events we have coming up, some of the organizations that we are going to continue to work with and start working with, and come back with the second half. You're watching the Florida Athletic Coaches Association 2025 Soccer All-Star Weekend live from Mulberry High School right here on the QwikCut Sports Network. Are you familiar with QwikCut? Our platform and mobile app cover every sport you know. You can share and capture video and highlights with your team, coaches, or relatives. Our editor allows both athletes and coaches to build highlight reels to send to college recruiters. Our coaching and messaging tools help coaches coach and players learn. Visit our website, www.QwikCut.com, to sign up for a free trial or call us to set up a demo at 407.
Yeah, D to the M to the AXX. Yeah, whoa, D to the M to the AXX. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. Who to blame? That's what the opposing team is saying when I step in the game. They see I got too much swag in my veins. And every time I move, all they see is that I leave behind flames.
Welcome back into Mulberry High School. Beautiful facility here in Mulberry. Great home for the FACA Soccer All-Star Weekend. We have the first half in the books. It is a 2-0 score line. The East leads the West, thanks in large part to the young lady we spoke about a few moments ago, Rihanna Kern out of Winter Park. She was involved in the first score by way of assist and then got a goal herself, and that's the difference. She's been great today, and I expect no changes from the East at least. Now, the West had their chances too, and those chances were just better dealt with by the defense. But I think there's an opportunity or two coming that's going to see the West threaten, and that might come early in the second half, depending on how they change their tactics. But we'll see. But we certainly appreciate you tuning in. Yet again, I'm Bobby Allen. This is the QwikCut Sports Network. We're so proud to be here bringing you this and many other events. We'll be back with you in Lakeland next weekend for the All-Star basketball events. And, we're getting calls to do basketball tournaments as far as Vancouver, Washington this week. So it's happening. We are so proud to be a part of it. And, again, our goal is to be sponsor-driven, and it already is, to where there is no cost associated to the schools. And this service can be provided to any of these student athletes that want it, and we are available to do it. And they deserve it. Their schools do, and it's a way to boost that community spirit through sports, and we're certainly proud to be part of that. And one organization that is doing it and has been doing it is the Florida Rising Stars. The Florida Rising Stars Experience, who I have been familiar with for a couple of years now. They are the ground level. They are the ones doing the day-to-day work to make sure that everything that can be done to student athletes in the state of Florida, high school level, is being done. And we're more than proud to be associated with Florida Rising Stars. As you know, sports are a major part of anybody's life. Sports are impactful in many ways, and nonprofits like our amazing partners with Florida Rising Stars work tirelessly to give back to high school athletes right here in the Sunshine State. QwikCut LLC and the QwikCut Sports Network are humbled to partner with organizations who truly understand the power of sport. Go check them out today. Donate. Do what you can. FloridaRisingStars.com. You can get so much more information. They have a book that is available for sale. You can buy it by the book or the case. There are some left. Definitely get online and check it out, because that is a book written by one of the legends of sport, and that is Mr. Bobby Bowden, the man who had a large part in making Florida Rising Stars a reality. So if you aren't familiar, be sure to go check them out, see what they're into. They're into great things, and hopefully very soon we will have an announcement along with our partners with WSN, along with Game Changer and Dick's Sporting Goods and Choice Hotels, about a program that we feel like is something that everybody can get behind. It's in its infancy right now, but it is something that we hope will help eliminate additional debt incurred by a school from athletics. That's a huge part of an education institution's budget, and anything that can be done to alleviate that to some degree, we are all for, and we will stand behind. So, again, Florida Rising Stars, check them out online. They do an amazing job. Our friend Jan Richard, who is leading that, he is the spearhead, and he does great work. So, here we go, folks. These athletes are back on the field. Halftime adjustments have been stressed, at least. And we'll see if they can materialize on the pitch. East will have possession to start the second half here in game one. Second game coming up at the conclusion of this one about 7 p.m. and then 4 games tomorrow. There's a beautiful ball right up the middle, slipped through. Well defended. Return shot is wide right. Excellent job back there between the sticks. That is Trishelle Lopez, the Mariner product. Steve Larson sponsor. Can't tell you how much that is important and how much we need to bring attention to that. Those sponsors that allow these kids to come here without worry that, oh, what a beautiful save. Offside flag up, but still not only a great save, that was a great shot attempt too. Coming through right to left, Peyton Gannon out of Cypress Creek trying to make an effort on it to get stuck in there somewhere so she can have an attempt at a shot. East keeps it. Stolen away, deflected. And now they're going to try to attack. Great job defensively in the middle. Stepping in the passing lane. Marin Wright out of Winter Park making the defensive play. West was trying to work an inside seam there. Couldn't slip the pass through. And now here come the East. Gannon on the near side trying to put an individual move on, and does. Nice leave off. One-timer on the way straight to the keeper. Lopez stood her ground. Voorhees tried to send one in on a frozen rope. If that ball is placed to either corner, that is a goal. Or likely a goal, I should say. Nice touch right here, and here's an opportunity. And that is going to be tucked away for a goal for the West. West had threatened and threatened and threatened, and finally was able to put the ball in a position where one of their attacking players had space and time to tuck one away, and that was Caroline Pelkovsky, the Bishop Verreau product center midfielder. Excellent finish, and had to do it with the goalkeeper right in front of her. Elizabeth Williamson set to throw it in. Gannon tried a little back heel there. Nice idea. Dangerous. There's a shot. Gannon tried to pull it with the left foot from distance, catching the keeper out of the box. West now with the ball at midfield. They're going to try to spring something on the far side. Back to the middle. Tried to slip one through. It'll fall, and the West will keep it. That pass left short. Nice step over, but out of play. Oh, nice touch to get around the first defender. 1v1. Has room. Can she get past the third and turn? Yes, but the shot glances off the field goal post. That is Sky Diaz from Cocoa Beach, and we have seen her showcase her foot skill the last two offensive possessions for the East. Pretty impressive, I might add. East again, they're playing with a lot more confidence here with the ball at their feet as they did to start the game, as is the West, having grabbed a goal a few moments ago. Williamson again with another great defensive play leading to the attack. Great defense. Had that pass gone through, that would have created a chance. Very well defended. Sent forward, opportunity for the East. And that ball will trickle out of play. Goal kick awarded. Williamson will throw it in. Nice throw, nice touch over with the head there, but good defense to stay with it. Excellent job defensively by Mackenzie Meyer out of Apopka. There's another good piece of defense there, this time from the West. Scotty Moore out of St. Pete, Canterbury. Calmly stood in. Calmly got possession. Excellent job. That's all you can ask for out of a center back. Trying to get free again. Can she touch it around? No. Offsides flag up regardless. That slip pass, pretty nice one. Trying to get Gannon free on the high side. There's a dispossession, but it is played right back to the keeper, Trishelle Lopez. Lopez has been good since coming in for Katie McClear. As far as I'm concerned, even though it's a 2-1 scoreline, Katie McClear was fantastic in the first half. Nice touch. Nola Johnson showing some foot skill, bringing that one out of the air with the softest of touches. Ooh. Looking for a little 1-2 in the middle. Good defense by the West, but stolen right back. And again, West with it. That ball touched out of play. It'll be East possession. Ball played up the line. Now they'll try to get it back to the middle, but that's well defended by the East. West moving it to the middle. A little surprised there. I didn't see a field switch coming to the near side, but they elected to go right back to the left. Nice idea right there, a little overlap. Micaiah DeLauder was anticipating an overlapping run right here on the near sideline. Has to retreat, though, and get back in her defensive set. Johnson's going to win it right back. Nice give and go on the near side. Anything they can do to create openings, that's what they're intending to do anyway. That one gets through. Could be dangerous. Again, very well defended. Matter of fact, perfectly defended. Marin Wright. Again, having a great day. 2-1's our score. East struck early. Had a 2-0 lead at the break. West able to get one back early here in the second half of play. Williamson in the back. She has been tremendous all game. Anything that has come her direction, she has dealt with, and dealt with well. That ball sent near midfield. Headed on by Gannon. It's a foot race. The ball goes out of play. Nice defense there. I've been impressed with Micaiah DeLauder. She's been in the right place at the right time a lot. As has Mackenzie Meyer from Apopka. West has had several opportunities in this contest. They just haven't been able to connect like East. Here's an opportunity, though. Cutting inside, looking for the left. Not there. Great defense. Again by the East. Marin Wright, number 19 in blue. Another one of those defenders that we've talked about. It looks like it will be a corner. That ball is going to sail all the way across and end up with the throw. That is a huge throw. Can't find the back of the net, though. But, boy, what a dangerous thing that is to have in your toolbox. Somebody who can throw it into that degree. That is a set piece. And that can spell trouble. And here it's going to be a free kick. For the red of the West, it'll be Caroline Bukowski from Bishop Verot. She'll dial this one up, see if she can find the back of the net or serve one up to somebody in the box. She'll put it in the mixer. 25 minutes and counting. There it is. Will it drop? Ooh, awfully close off the crossbar. Goal kick coming up. She had the right idea. And that ball was about 4 inches from finding the net. That is the most dangerous play because that ball is coming in with an odd angle. That ball picked off right in the middle of the pitch here at Mulberry High School. Bukowski gets it back. Tries to slip it back into the middle again. And that one's collected by the West. Can they string a run together? No. Oh, dangerously sent back. And that is an own goal. That is a tough one. In that situation, the defender was anticipating the keeper to be there, collect it, and redirect it. But unfortunately, it was the West that was there to collect an own goal. That pass just simply dropped back and mishandled just enough. But it happens, and you got to forget about it and move on to the next play. And these young ladies playing here today are all well-versed enough in this sport that I know that that has already taken place in their minds. And now you just got to go finish. Well done by the East there to come back and make sure that ball stayed with them. Nice run. Nice turn, trying to keep possession on the near side. Megan Nadel. Here's a chance. Nice defense. East able to save it, but Williamson grabs it, drops it back. Smart play. Defense can reset. Nice work in the back. That was another nice look, but well defended. I think I saw what they were trying to do, and that's just a simple triangle on the far side, a little give and go. Back to the middle and right back where it came from, streaking up to the sideline. It was there. Nice play in the middle of the field yet again. Mackenzie Meyer at her center back spot, taking care of business again. This time they'll drop it back and it'll be safely played out. Ooh, nice turn. Good takeaway. Another one. Who's going to end up with it? It's going to be East. And they're going to give it right back. And Ote sees her pass taken away. It's one of those situations where sometimes you just rather be in the right place at the right time. And that's what we've seen the last few minutes. Even though the balls have been deflected, passes have not been hitting their mark, they have just fallen right to the foot of another player of the same color jersey. There's a low shot. Not as much pace on it as I know that she would have liked to have seen. That shot was put up by Natalie Veloso out of Lake Placid. Lindsey Tomlin, head coach, sponsored by Lake Placid. West, there's a beautiful ball. Let's see if they can make the most of it. One-timer, and that's a great save. A back-pedaling save on the shot by Anderson. That was outstanding. DeLauder. Line pass. Defended well and cleared by the West. Good work by the West again. Getting possession back in what is now a tie game. Whistles and a water break. Just under 20 minutes to play. As you see, we got some visitors here. The soccer game is so good that it has attracted a new crowd. Awesome. We'll be back with more right here from Mulberry. You're watching the FACA Soccer All-Star Weekend exclusively on the QwikCut Sports Network. Are you familiar with QwikCut? Our platform and mobile app cover every sport you know. You can share and capture video and highlights with your team, coaches, or relatives. Our editor allows both athletes and coaches to build highlight reels to send to college recruiters. Our coaching and messaging tools help coaches coach and players learn. Visit our website, www.QwikCut.com, to sign up for a free trial or call us to set up a demo at 407-768-2011.
Yeah, D to the M to the AXX. Yeah. Whoa, D to the M to the AXX. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. Who to blame? That's what the opposing team is saying when I step in the game. They see I got too much swag in my veins. And every time I move, all they see is that I leave behind flames.
Welcome back in to the QwikCut Sports Network in our coverage of the 2025 FACA All-Star Soccer Weekend. Can't tell you how excited we are to be here representing not only the FACA, an outstanding organization that we are certainly proud to be a part of and involved with, but these student athletes who have tirelessly spent their careers doing what they love at a high level, and they should be rewarded for that and showcased as often as possible. Here's a quick one-timer. No trouble, though. Defended excellently. Some of the defensive stops that we've seen in this game so far have been tremendous. And, you know, typically all-star games, you can find them that, you know, it's all offense, no defense. This, however, very much not the case. This has been very impressive to watch from a defensive perspective. You can see the shadows that are being cast down on the field here as the sun is setting behind us here at Mulberry High School. Ball out. Good attempt nonetheless from Mackenzie Meyer. Here's Williamson on the near side. She has been incredibly active here today. Ball played in the middle. Excellently defended. Again, just can't say enough about the defense that we've seen. They are playing as hard defensively as they would during any regular season contest, at least that I've seen. This will be a goal kick, and Trishelle Lopez will take her time. No reason to rush. Very intelligent play there. No reason to rush. You're in control at the moment anyway. Dangerous in front of goal, but again, like I've said, sometimes you'd just rather be lucky than good. And again, you hear two names that we've heard quite often this evening. That pass sent back into the middle, almost taken away, but repossessed by the East. Johnson, I believe that was Johnson. No, I'll get a name check for you in a moment. No opportunity here either, as that ball is led just a little bit too far. Really hasn't been many opportunities for what you would refer to in this sport as cherry picking. There's been some, but it's been offsides several times. We've seen Gannon get tagged for just being a little too aggressive. That's a beauty of a punt. Johnson quickly throws it in. Wise idea. Well defended, though. West get it back. Brooke Voorhees, who you just saw, number 15 in red, you can see her skill set when she has the ball at her feet. She is a game controller, and we talked about her earlier. There she is with the ball. She has the ball at her feet. She is a game manager. She sees what's going on, understands how things could develop. And again, that defensive mid position is probably the most vital in soccer because they have to play an attacking role but look at the game from a defensive mindset. And that can be hard. I coached for many years and had a couple of girls that I coached that were tremendous at that. And that was a very fortunate situation to be in. If we had a good holding mid, typically we had a good team. And Voorhees is that, number 15 in red. She commands the game. She doesn't make mistakes. She doesn't get out of sorts, under composure all the time. Very impressive. Return ball, one-time shot is mishit and will sail wide to the left. There's been a few of those here during the course of this game that if those had been lined out, they would have been absolute chances at goal, without a doubt. Take an opportunity to thank our official hotel partner, Choice Hotels. Also Sleep In and Suites, located at 806 Kings Highway, as this shot is low on the ground, wide right. There you go, Voorhees again. And all she did was take a glance, and that's all it requires is just a quick glance. And you're doing two things. You're seeing where the goalkeeper's at, and you're just taking a glance to see where your help is. And based on those two things is where Brooke Voorhees decided to take a shot in that situation, and it was the right decision. But that's what she did. Just a quick glance to assess it, and you have to do that all the while keeping the ball at your feet in possession. She's a good player. Very good. On the other side, the young lady that had everything to do with this game in the first half was Rihanna Kern, number 10 in blue, product of Winter Park, coached by Jonathan Crouch. She is absolutely a game changer in that she was involved in both goals for the East, not to mention the countless opportunities they had otherwise, and has not let down her intensity level the entire day. She's not the only one either. Number 4 in red, Williamson. She's been tremendous in her position as right back, absolutely eating everything up that came to her in the first half particularly. Excellent play to clear that one out. So just as we talked about, and I suspected, 2-0 is the scariest score in this sport. I have seen it for years. Teams get complacent when you go up 2 goals, and all of a sudden you turn around and you're tied. And that's precisely what's happened here. West scoring early in the second half, and that was followed up by a little bit of bad luck with an own goal. And all of a sudden we have a 2-0 or a 2-2 game, one that the West totally controlled until the second half. Throw in, looking for Gannon. She's got great individual skill, too. We've seen it on display a few times tonight. That ball attempted to be sent into the mix. Dealt with easily. But again, I want to recognize Choice Hotels, our official hotel provider of the QwikCut Sports Network. We are very proud and honored to have them as part of our team. And next time you're in the Suncoast area, Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, be sure to check out Sleep Inn and Suites located at 806 Kings Highway. If you do, you will see why we are very happy to have them as our official hotel partner. Dangerous ball across the middle. That one trickles out of play on the near side. West set for a throw in. It will be to Scotty Moore. Huge throw. Again, bounces right through the middle dangerously. Nobody on the end of it, though. It'll go out for a throw opposite side. And just as I would imagine, she will go over there and take the throw again. This is a weapon to have. Somebody that can throw the ball in with depth and accuracy like that. That is no different than a free kick. It's a set piece, and you practice it. I mean, that's a monster throw. My goodness. Wow. West able to keep it. Nice job, a little 1-2 on the near side. That ball finds its mark. Good passing right here from the West. And now they will drop it back. No harm there. Reset. Try again. Excellent pass. Shot off the bounce. A little off the mark. Didn't get quite the contact she was hoping for. And it's tough when the ball has any kind of spin on it. It is affected by how the contact is made on what part of the boot. But that was Caroline Polkowski, who was absolutely capable from just about anywhere. Here we go again. This is not something you see all the time. Watch this throw, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that is an absolute dangerous thing. And that ball trickles right through the 6 and out of play, and they'll get to keep it, and it'll be a corner. Wow, that's impressive. Tiscani Moore might be one of the better throw takers at the high school level that I've seen in a long time. And I've been calling games and coaching soccer for the better part of 25 years. So, it'll be a right foot out swinger. As the next two teams look on, North and South will do battle here in the next few minutes. We got about 5:50 here. Here's the ball. Headed down, shot attempt. Third time, deflected, no. Dangerous, but finally cleared away by the East. Polkowski looking to work with two teammates there. Couldn't do what she wanted, but no harm. Alyssa Lugercio Lagercio out of St. Pete, Canterbury as well. She and Toscani Moore, both St. Pete, Canterbury natives. Midfielder and defender. Looking for a little space up the far side. Nice turn by Gannon. And a nice pass to follow. Little spaced. Can they keep on sides? That's the trick. Nice pullback. And finally dispossessed. Nice clearance. And again, it's a feeling out process at the moment because some tactics have changed, and all of a sudden with a tie game, they're still trying to find that magic combination. Here's a nice intricate pass, but again, great defense by the East, not allowing any of those opportunities to materialize. Gannon up to help. Pass goes to the middle, and that will be easily dealt with by Lopez out of Mariner. She's done well since coming in, Trishelle Lopez. Making way for her was Katie McClear, who also did fantastic. Even though she gave up 2 goals, she had some saves that could have put this game in a very different scenario quickly. Nice clearance. And I have the pleasure of sitting next to Shelton Cruz at the moment, the man, the myth, the legend with the FACA. And again, like we talked about earlier, not only are we very proud and humbled to be here to bring you all these events and these athletes, but you know, it's what it's about. It's about a good cause that gives back to athletics, coaches, administrators, athletic directors. It's a product that is, in my book, necessary. And we're certainly glad to be here. And what we'll do, Shelton, I'll tell you, is the next game I'll set my other headset up. You can get on here and talk about some of the things you got going on. I think that's a great opportunity. Yep. Well, I can tell you one thing. This is a great host location, a beautiful venue. And anytime you can attract livestock to come over and watch the game, which is outstanding, we had them on TV. They're liking it just as much as we are. Love it, though. Great place. Beautiful facility. Beautiful school. And there is a little bit of beautiful foot skill. Can she keep it? No. Good defense by Hinote. Officially under 2 minutes to go here in this opening game. This is an all-star contest, so there will not be overtime and or penalty kicks as you would typically see. But believe me when I tell you, that has not taken away anything from this game. It turned out to be fantastic in every regard. Here's a nice play, build up to the attacking third, the pass across just behind the streaking forward. That would have been a dangerous opportunity. Nice touch. East right back at it. Ooh, dangerous. Just over the crossbar. Great effort by the keeper. Trishelle Lopez. That's all she could do on that one. Beautifully placed. Here's Gannon again. Peyton Gannon has been incredible in the second half out of Orlando Cypress Creek. Here she is again. This time she gets bumped off, and the West is able to clear it. That's one of the few times that we've seen her dispossessed in that fashion. She's been able to put some individual moves on and create her own space. She's a good player. Throw in. Clock down to 10 seconds. Deflected. Can they have one more shot? Yes, but it's going to be too high and out of play. And with that, the clock strikes zeros. In Game 1 of the 2025 FACA Soccer All-Star Weekend is in the books, and it was a dandy. A 2-2 draw between the East and the West. If the rest of the event's games compared to that, we're in for a treat, and we hope you will stick with us for the entirety. That'll do it for Game 1. Don't go anywhere. Game 2 coming up here in just a little bit. We will have a brand new feed for you for that one. And with that, we want to thank our tremendous sponsors and partners, WSN Live, Sleep In and Suites, Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, Florida Rising Stars Experience, DMAX Sports, Game Changer by Dick's Sporting Goods, and QwikCut Video and Analytics. For all of us, I'm Bobby Allen. See you in a few for Game 2, North-South doing battle. Girls, coming up. You're watching the QwikCut Sports Network.